There is no better feeling in golf than standing in the middle of the fairway and absolutely puring an iron shot right into the centre of the green. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can do that more often and more consistently with some key concepts. Now, you can do this with any of your irons, because we're talking about low points and how to get target side of the ball. In this video, I'm going to be using an 8 iron, not just any 8 iron, brand new 8 iron. These are my new set of P7 CB irons. We're looking to move the golf club around your body at some speed, right? We've got to hit that ball a good distance. Therefore, weight shift and pressure shift are essential. If you don't shift pressure in the golf swing, you're not going to generate any power and you're not going to be consistently striking the golf ball. However, there is a big difference between moving pressure and moving weight. I'm going to share with you what those differences are and how you can kind of feel it. The last thing we want to do when we're hitting an iron is search for that feeling of top of the backswing having weight on your back leg. That's for me my right leg. What I see all too often is golfers searching for this feeling of I've got to get my weight onto my back leg, because potentially that's what they've been told in the past to load into that right leg. This is me moving my weight, my mass. So my body is moving more to my trail leg, and yes, I feel that weight over here. What that does, however, it just moves that low point much more behind the ball. It gives you a much harder job to get it back to where it needs to be. You can still strike it from there, you just need a lot of talent, a little skill, and basically you need to be going to the driving range and hitting 1,000 balls every few days. There's a better way. What I'd love you to do is stay what we call centered. Whereas I make a backswing, you're going to see that my head doesn't really move and there's not any lateral movement away from the target. So my weight isn't really moving in the backswing, but what I am doing is shifting pressure. The thing is, you can't really see that. It's kind of invisible. So here's a little exercise I'd love you to do to try and feel the difference in weight and pressure. You're going to take your setup. I've got to say my 8 iron. I'm just going to hover the club above the ball. And I'm going to take a relatively light grip pressure. And I'm just going to move the club with my chest forward by a foot, backwards by a foot. And as I do that really quite slowly, I don't really feel anything happening in my feet. Notice how my head is staying perfectly still. As I take this club a little bit longer, so maybe a couple of feet either side, and I start to build up the speed, the change in direction of the golf club is going to get more aggressive. I'm going to have to start using the pressure through my feet to do that. So watch my head, it's going to stay perfectly still. I don't feel anything happening in my feet. I don't feel any weight shift, any pressure shift. But as I start to increase the speed, suddenly I feel things happening through my feet. Is my head moving? Absolutely not. But if we were to be measuring my pressure at this point, there's a lot of pressure shift. I'm using my pressure through my feet to control the golf club. That little exercise is brilliant. I've done that with so many golfers, and it's almost like a little bit of a kind of eureka moment or a light bulb moment to say, okay, that's what pressure is. It's not weight shift, it's pressure shift. So when we make a backswing, what are we looking to do? Yes, we're looking to stay centered, but we're looking to move pressure into that trail side. If you can do that, you're then primed where you can move into your lead side, which is going to help that low point get target side of the ball, and it's going to be consistent because you haven't made any lateral movement. This is such a key move. So what you can start to do as a rehearsal, take your setup, set the club, some 2 to 3 feet in front of the golf ball, make a relatively aggressive backswing in terms of speed, which will cause you to feel that pressure build, but keep your head centered. So you'll see me do this here. So head's going to stay centered, but I feel the pressure going under my trail side. Now obviously I'm not making a downswing here. What I am doing is creating a backswing where I'm ticking some of those really important key points. Am I staying centered? Yes. Am I making a good turn? Yes. Am I shifting pressure? Yes. That's what great ball strikers do. And if you want to hit these irons consistently with your low point target side of the ball, have that really pure feeling, that compressed feeling, that ball flight that we all want, this is a key aspect to that. So once I've done a few rehearsals of that and I've got an idea of what that movement should sort of be and feel like, I can just take it through to a golf ball. Flag's in the middle of the green. I've got 8 iron as we said, so I'm going to go just a fraction right of that flag, but we should see a really nice divot here after the ball because of the way that I move into my backswing.